Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here, we are live, and this is episode number 5. Lesson number 5. We are a few minutes later than normal. I can see that Simon is here. I just had him in a Pearson and BBC Live class. Great to have you here, buddy. Hope you're well. So, just a reminder about everything here. If you want to donate, feel free. You can get over to coffee.com. Renewable English. Don't forget to give us a subscribe. There we go. I'll get there in the end. Whoop. On YouTube. And of course, the old socials. Give us a search. Have a look. Find us over there. Be lovely to see you. So, the quote this week. As I mentioned, we are a lot later this week than we usually are. We've been very busy traveling around the world, teaching all about plastics and litter. But here we go with our quote. This is from the amazing Taylor Swift. My hope for the future, not just the music industry, but in every young girl I meet, is that they realise their worth and they ask for it. Now, should they ask for it or should they demand it? I think demanding it is absolutely what they need to do. So get out there and demand what you are owed, what you are deserved. So do feel free to jump in the chat box, say what you think, say what you're feeling, and how you feel about that. So some of the vocab for today. We're going to talk about, from the top there, equality. We're going to talk about empower, and we're going to talk about feminism. You may have seen my reel yesterday over on Instagram, all about feminism. It is often confused with the opposite for misogyny. People often think that feminism is women hating men. It isn't that. If you think that, sorry to say it, but you're wrong. That's not what it means at all, in any way, shape or form. So it's all about equality. So let's have a look. What is equality? The right of different groups of people to have a similar social position and receive the same treatment. Now, if you want the worksheet for this, it's down there in the old description box. So jump on down there, check it out, see what there is. So that is equality. Empower, to give someone official authority or the freedom to do something. So our aim here is to empower young people to go out there, find their voice and speak out and, talk about sustainability and the environment and things that are wrong in the world, and let's get them right. And then feminism, often mistaken. Here, the belief that women should be allowed the same rights, power and opportunities as men and be treated in the same way. Well, I don't think it's a belief really, it's just the way it is. So today we are looking at SDG number 5. Remember, SDG are the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 different goals to aim for a better tomorrow. And today we are looking at number 5, to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Now, I love the idea of this. I think it's absolutely incredible and crucial. One thing I do have an issue with is some of the targets are somewhat difficult to achieve. And are they being realistic? I don't know. It says end all forms of discrimination against all women and girls everywhere. I thoroughly believe that this is something that should happen. I am a strong believer in this. But what are they actually doing? How has this improved since 6 years ago when the UN came up with these ideas? I know that particularly the next one, to eliminate all forms of violence against all women and girls in public and private spheres, including trafficking and sexual and all other types of exploitation. We all know that during the pandemic, there was a huge rise in domestic violence and mostly against women. So we are quite a way behind on that one. To eliminate harmful practices such as child and forced marriage, to recognise valued unpaid care, to ensure women's full effective participation and equal opportunities for leadership, and to ensure universal and equal sexual and reproductive health education. Now, these are all things that really should be happening already. They absolutely should be happening already. But are they, or are we even close? I'm not sure if we are. So we're going to move on swiftly and look at some unfun facts. Now, if you're a regular viewer, which I'm sure you are, the unfun facts can be really uncomfortable. Now, this week I've gone with some of the easier unfun facts because there were so many really horrible, brutal, unfun facts about inequality between men and women. And they're just not really okay. So let's have a look here at the unfun facts with our friend Unfun Frank.
Well, hello everybody, it's Unfun Frank here and I'm back with my unfun facts on SDG 5, gender equality. So, here we go. Fact number 1. Around the world, only 32% of all members of parliament are female. That doesn't seem very equal to me. The next one's even worse. Only 4.8% of CEO positions at S&P 500 companies are positions held by women. Now, I'm sure you can hear my dog Estrella barking outside there. Please feel free to ignore that. Less than 30% of the world's researchers are women, in the scientific field especially. And I think for me, possibly the worst of all, that women with full-time jobs still earn only about 77% of their male counterparts' earnings. That is, a woman doing the same job as a man does not earn the same amount of money. Is that equality? I don't think so. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, over to Harry for your true or false statements. We'll see you in a minute.
So there we go. There were the unfun facts. And here are the unfun true or false statements. So feel free to throw it in the chat box. Number 1, there are more women in parliaments across the world than men. Is that true or is that false? What do you think? Is it true or false? Chuck it over there in the chat box. True or false? It is absolutely false. Number 2, researchers are usually men. Again, very obviously, well, this one on is true. Researchers are usually men. Something that needs to be redressed. And of course, the final one here, women normally earn the same as men in the same positions at work. Is that true or false? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. It is, of course, absolutely false. It is not true and it is not okay. So we're going to move on and we've got some questions now. We've got an amazing interview with an incredible activist who's actually over at COP26 at the moment. She's over there using her voice and speaking out. Milola. We're going to listen to her interview. We're going to watch what she has to say. Here are some questions. Put them in the chat box. Answer on the worksheet if you so desire. What is SDG 5? Where does Milola live? What are the 3 things does she do to bridge the gap? What award is she in the top 10 for? And what 3 things can we do to help? Here we go. We're going to check out what she has to say. Hello and welcome everybody. It is lesson number 5. So we're talking about SDG number 5, which is gender equality. My guest today is absolutely incredible. But I'm not going to tell you about her. I'm going to hand over to her and she'll tell you all about herself.
All right. Thank you so much, Harry. Hello, everyone. My name is Oluwadamilola Akintowe. I am a Nigerian. I am also a feminist, proudly. I believe in the ideology that women's rights are humans' rights. And this is why I've been working for the past 4 to 5 years in Nigeria and majorly West Africa. around women's rights and girls' rights, bridging the gap between access to equality, quality education, economic opportunities for women and girls, and basically creating better standards and livelihoods for women in Nigeria.
What would you say is your biggest achievement so far?
Okay, so I think so far, my biggest achievement will be making top 10 of the inaugural Global Student Prize.
I wonder if you could give us 3 tips that would help us reduce inequalities. So like on a personal level, what are 3 things that we can do?
Okay, point 1, speak out. Always speak out. Don't be the silent bystander. Number 2, be an ally. Now, speaking out is also an offshoot of being an ally. An ally in the sense that also don't just complain about the problem. Are you providing solution? Number 1, speak out. Number 2, be an ally. And number 3, activism. Now, activism is not going to be, not everybody will be at the front line, like I said. It's not everybody's going to be Greta Thunberg. Not everybody will be Malala Yousafzai. But in our individual space, we can be activists. We have social media on your Twitter feed, on your Facebook feed, on your Instagram. What are you posting there? Are you retweeting sexist jokes? Yeah, are you making comments are you making unsolicited comments on women's body on Instagram? These things look so tiny, but they are not really tiny. They are very important. So these are the 3 ways I believe that we can all contribute in our individual spaces. It's basically activism for dummies.
Continue doing what you're doing, which is absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a real pleasure.
It's my pleasure as well. Thank you.
So, so let's get back here then to the questions so we can complete these as well. Check it out. Fill out your answers whenever you please. If you need to go back and rewind, if you're watching on catch up, of course, do go back, double check your answers, and have a look here. The SDG 5, we all know now, is for gender equality. We know that she lives in Nigeria, of course. She's bridging the gap for gender equality, for economic prosperity. As we saw, there in the chat, in the interview. She is in the top 10 for the Student of the Year award, is the first ever. And 3 things we can do to help is to speak out, to be an ally, and also to be an activist. So they are the 3 things we can do to speak out. Please do check out the full interview, which is over on the website, and it's also on the YouTube channel. You can check it out there. The full interview is incredibly enlightening. Now, obviously, you've all got your worksheets at the ready, and this is what you've all been waiting for. It is time for Ali's top tips. So let's get ready to watch, and here we go.
Hi, and welcome to Ali's top tips. Raise awareness about the gender gap. Call out sexist behaviour when you see it. Use gender-neutral terms. I don't know, like police officer. Wear whatever you want and play whatever you want. Celebrate female role models in all walks of life. Thanks for watching. Bye!
So there we go. They were Ali's top tips. It's been a really short class today, a really quick one. Only a quick 15-minute class, which isn't really okay. My apologies. It's been a super long day today. And obviously the change in time made it difficult for people to arrive at the usual time that they would. But thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching on catch up, do chuck it there in the chat box. If you'd like to get in touch with us, please do. You can find us at all the usual places. Remember, you can find us there. You can feel free to give us a donation. Just a coffee would be great. Give us a follow and subscribe to the channel as well. And remember, make your promise. What's your promise going to be? What difference are you going to make this week? Don't stand by. Don't let things happen. Go out there and make a difference. Thank you so much for being here with us, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye.